what up? Welcome to Mo Boxing No Problem. I'm Jose Vargas Jr. And today we're joined by a special guest. We got pro boxer Fernando Vargas Jr. How's it going, Fernando?
Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing?
Good, man. Thank you for making the time. I know it's 5 weeks, so I'm sure you're busy doing a lot of things, but really appreciate the time.
Yeah, no, of course, man. Appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. First question I got for you is rather basic, and for most people that follow your career and follow boxing, they know the story. But for those that are kind of new, can you tell us how you got into boxing?
Uh, Honestly, I've always been around the sport. Just being around my pops and the family that I come from. It was just always something that I was always around. But it was never anything that I wanted to pick up as something for me to do. I was always an athlete, played football, basketball, and different stuff like that. But the fight games is real different than all that. So I didn't pick it up till like I was 17. You know, I didn't have a crazy amateur background, but I just had the will to just win and just to compete. So, my motivation comes from the legacy, and it comes from a competitive standpoint to win. So I don't care what I'm doing, I always just want to win. So I know my competitiveness comes from that, and it's something that I couldn't escape.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of your father, he had a legendary career in the sport, did many great things. But as you mentioned, boxing is a brutal sport. You don't play boxing. So what was his reaction when we told him, like, Dad, I want to, take boxing seriously and make a career out of it?
Well, he didn't. It wasn't like that from the jump. It wasn't like, hey, this is what I want to do.
Mhm.
There where my dad he was gonna have his reality show, Welcome to Los Vargas, and I just want to get in there, just look good, lose some weight, and I boxed workout too. To be honest, I'm gonna be real with you. He
Mhm.
throw me in there sparring. You know, Granted there were little green fighters and stuff, but just for me to be able to hurt these sparring partners and knock them down, which is no experience. My dad pulled me to the side and said, "Hey, son, like you could really do this if lock in and give it your all." So, um, you know, went to last chance qualifiers. Lost in the semifinals. Could have fought Tiger Johnson, but I just felt my style isn't an amateur style. Um, I'll lose the first round or two, and then end up stopping in the third round, or
Mhm.
always had like a pro style, but um, a lot of people think that I have more fights than I do show. So, but I owe that to my pops in the training because he sets up the sparring. Like for this camp, I was able to get in there with Crawford. So just the experience that my pops is able to bring to the table. I know that I also don't have a lot of wear and tear on my body that a lot of these fighters have had fighting from 8 years old, 10 years old. So and you see that with my little brother Emiliano. I know he tells me like, bro, it's a blessing because, bro, my knuckles be hurting, and my I'm like, bro, you're talking like I should talk, but this sport, bro. He has to put his body through what he has to go through to make the weight and the sparring, and so yeah, I get my confidence in the sparring. So and just not caring about what happens in the sparring. If I get my ass beat, I get my ass beat. But that's how you learn, and that's how you gain experience.
Absolutely, champ. And I want to introduce my co-host. Just join us, David, aka Sports and Tunes.
What's up, bro?
What up, yo, Junior? More than anything, before anything, I just wanted to give you a big thank you for showing me some love at the post-fight backstage on Regis Prograde versus Chon Cepeda.
Oh, you went there?
I was hanging out with you guys a little bit at the post-fight, and I had asked you, and you said you were down, and then we just lost contact because my phone died. I was trying to get a picture with you, but my phone completely died. I had to charge it.
Oh, bro, you got an iPhone, huh?
Yeah.
For sure, bro. Hey, good talking, bro, and I'm glad you guys had me on.
Yeah, man, and I just wanted to allude to what Jose was saying, man. Like when it's in the blood, it's in the blood, and this is a perfect example how it's also hard work and dedication. I give much love to you and your brothers because you see how other kids or the boxers, they don't try as hard or they're just not as disciplined, and I see how much love and emphasis you guys put in the sport, and you guys show respect to the sport.
I'm just learning that though. I appreciate the compliment, but honestly, bro, like I think I've just been kind of like drilling in my head, and a lot of different people, different life coaches, and different people like, bro, I got this talent, right? Natural talent, but if I don't have the discipline, and I'm just learning this discipline shit. Like I'm gonna be real with you. If I don't put that behind this, someone who just works hard, like Friday, the motherfucker got a lot of fights. He got like 30 some fights.
Yep.
Granted, a lot of losses, but he has a lot of ring experience. I mean, if he throws some crazy shit, and at the end of the day, his life changes. So I'm not gonna give him that. And I don't want it to take a loss for me to be like, oh shit, like I should have been doing this or I should have been doing that. But I just feel more than ever, I just want to lock in, let my actions speak, So, um, but yeah, bro, I'm just learning that discipline, more than ever. I think, Sons of Legends, and we get spoiled, we get a lot of things and a lot of attention from media, and you could be doing the boxing shit for different motives. And, if it's not belts, if it's not for glory, if it's not, to want to compete and be the best, then, you ain't gonna want to get up and run. You ain't gonna want to get up and train when your legs are sore. So that's just what I've been feeling.
Yeah, and let me read this live comment here from Just Do Boxing. It says, "Salute, fam. Respect to the future world champ.
That's right.
Hey,
Salute.
Just do,
who's that?
just do boxing."
Just do.
Yeah.
Bro. Shout out
So
to
let's
you.
see, bro. Yeah, and then speaking of phones dying during fight night, I learned that the hard way too for Thriller vs. 5 because I was at that event too, and I saw you fight, Junior. But I was recording and that thing died before the co-main event. But
Where
I was able to
the fight?
at Thriller vs. 5. Yeah,
Oh,
that shit was big, man. Like I know they had the KO contest between you, Amato, and Emiliano to see who can get the
yeah.
fastest knockout, which you won. Congratulations, and then you gave it to Emiliano.
Yeah, he needs to, man. I gotta give him the chain.
Can you kind of elaborate on the relationship with your brothers and how you guys push yourself to be better in the sport of boxing?
Yeah, bro. It's just it makes it a lot easier. My brothers know what it is to make the weight. Right? Like this week they were in Cali, pizza, some of the best pizza. They were in Magic Mountain, and like you look at it, and you're like, oh damn, like that's cool. But there's a time when you got to turn that switch on, and you got to sacrifice, and there's a time when you can enjoy yourself and eat, and you know, like my boy Gabriel Flores, he just got done fighting. That boy been eating. That's my guy, and it's like you can't feel bad for it. You can't, you know, you got to be able to do that as well, because when you can, you can, and when you can't, you can't. So just learning balance. And I think with my brothers, what helps is just their support, them in the locker room. I feel at peace. I know my youngest brother Emmy loves that. Like since the amateurs, like if we're not there, we found a way to get to the locker room. I mean, we were going through like loopholes and credentials, and we're late, and it's just like I knew I had to be there. So I had him. I grabbed him. I was like, bro, let's roll, bro. Like we got to be in there. So in Top Rank, they're real strict on their shit. So I think just putting on plastics with them when I don't need to, or vice versa, them running with me when they don't need to as moral support. I think that's the most beautiful thing. And us being real with each other when we're not looking good in sparring. When, hey, bro, like, why'd you get touched up like that? Or like, what's going on? Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, are you fucking? Like, are you eating right? Like, have you been doing this? Have you been doing that? And I think just being real with each other makes us better, because we're able. If you can't take critique, if you can't like literally be like, "Hey, my boy, you got beat the fuck up in sparring," or "Hey, bro, like you look tired. What's going on? Like, what's going on with this and that?" Then you're not gonna be ready for a higher level, because the people that are gonna be real with you are your team. The people that are gonna be real with you are your family, most likely your brothers. And I don't give a fuck what a fan says. As long as my brothers are cool and they're speaking, life to me, and saying I'm doing good, and my dad is saying I'm doing good, my corner saying I'm doing, then that's all I gotta worry about.
100%.
That's right.
And then I also saw in a previous interview, someone from your team had said a comment. It was there isn't a Vargas dynasty without your mom, which
Oh,
it's spot on. It's spot on, right?
let me tell you something. She every fight with my dad, she's undefeated. She loses every fight. Yeah, my mom's a queen, man. Look, at the end of the day, I take my hat off to her, because I could be moody, cutting weight, giving her attitude and all this different stuff, but she just still manages to like understand, like we're cutting weight, or you know what I'm saying, like knows how I am, and doesn't snap back when she should, and she helps me. She helps me with all this stuff, bro. Like being a good adult, like, hey, you got this, you gotta pay. I'm just like, oh shit, you're right. Like, so my mom just keeps us on our toes, and she's a glue to our for real.
And she knows best because she's
100%.
been in it since your dad's days of boxing too.
Yep, true.
Yeah. Just do with a comment saying here, spoken like a true fighter. And then, Junior, can you let us know about the Marv Nation deal? You know, what were some of your deciding factors for taking that deal with them?
Yeah, look, I came in the game late, so they're able to give me an opportunity. Anyone that believes in you, you gotta take your hat off to them. So, shout out to Marv Nation and the whole team. They're putting on a great show. Friday, tomorrow's the press conference, I believe at 5 p.m. My manager just texted it to me, and then the weigh-ins, I believe, are at 10 a.m. I don't know if it's open to the public or not, but it will be at like a baseball stadium. I'm not sure where it's going to be at. And then Friday, Pachanga Casino. It's going to be on NBC Sports. So, they're doing they're climbing. So, they're not, people are like, who's a Marv Nation? And and that's okay. I They're a smaller promotional company coming up, and you gotta be give the same respect and love to the people that believe in you from the jump. So, we're thankful for Marv Nation, the deal we got with them, and you know what I'm saying. And we know that they're gonna get us fights and keep us busy.
Yeah, and they're in the come up just like you guys, so perfect fit.
Right, right, right.
Yeah, and can you speak a little bit more about the upcoming fight on Friday? What's your preparation been like, and what can you tell about your opponent?
I don't know too much. I just know he has a lot of fights. He has like over 30 some fights, but he's a southpaw. So I had this one guy that was like 7-1, and he fought his last fight like light heavyweight, but he pulled out like two weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. So we're like, okay. So then we got this one guy my dad approved, and he's a southpaw. But it all makes sense to me as a southpaw because like everything you're catching hooks here still, it's like more normal. You get me? You're catching a hook here, your right hand's right in front of you. So it's just I'm not having to like fight for my feet, for my foot on the outside, or having to shoot the jab over the top or underneath. It's just everything's a little more honestly easier for me. So I've never had a problem sparring southpaws, sparred Terrence, this camp, sparred different southpaws. So we're good to go.
Sweet,
Can't wait.
And speaking of sparring, Junior, who's been the hardest puncher you've been in the ring with?
Shit. I'll probably say Carlos Adames if I'm
He can bang.
that
Mm-hmm.
that motherfucker. Bro, that guy hits like there's hard and then there's like hard, like hard. Like, bro, this guy doesn't, and I get it. I spar with him. You know, uh, first time I sparred him, I kind of embarrassed him. I outboxed him in his own gym, and he came. The next time we sparred, and he put hands on me, but he's no joke. I mean, he is no joke. Big, throws everything hard. Like, there's no touching with him. He's just loading up on every shot. So that's what works for him. I know they're trying to get that fight with him and Charlo, so that'll be a great fight, if you ask me.
Yeah. All right, and then just do a live comment here. It says great energy, dope build, fellas. Fire emojis.
That's right. I like Just Do.
And just
Just
do
do
showing
cool.
love.
That's our
Always showing
boy.
love. Appreciate it, man.
Just Do. You gotta give us a name or something, bro.
And then, Junior, what do you like to do outside of boxing? What are some of your interests and hobbies?
I like chilling just with like, family and friends, I love eating, going out, watching movies, bowling, just almost stuff.
Yeah. And then, what would be the best piece of advice you would give someone that's thinking about turning pro and making a career out of boxing?
Uh, I'd say your discipline will take you however far you want to go in the sport, you know. And like I said, I'm just learning that right now. So, um, and it won't lie. The ring won't lie. If you're cutting corners, eventually you're gonna run into someone who's gonna exploit that, who's gonna test your heart, who's gonna test you as a person. So, every workout just max out. Every workout, just one more round, just one more mile. Keep pushing yourself because when a fight gets hard, you're not gonna have your pops at your ear, like physically right there, like, hey, get up. Like you gotta, for your coach, you gotta have that in you. So, just I'll say fall in love with the sport. If you fall in love with the sport, everything else.
That's right.
So true. All right, and then the final question we got for you. We can go on for hours, but it's fight week, and we gotta let you go to sparring. What's a message you want to send to your fans and supporters?
I'll just say tune in. Tune in Friday if you can't be there. in Temecula, tune in on NBC Sports. Contact your local cable provider and see where you could tune in and watch this. If you're in the area, or if you want to travel, go to the fight. I know it's going to be at Pachanga Casino in Temecula. And I'm excited. I'm excited to put on great fights for you guys and give you guys a whole nother generation of Vargas fights. So we're excited and we're locked in. We'll see you guys Friday.
Well said. And you'll be there too, David, right?
I hope I get an extra charger. That's way I can get a picture.
Oh, you can't say die. Nah.
Bring a portable charger.
I am. I hope I get a picture with the whole family, bro. I hope so.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, bro.
Awesome.
Hey, I also wanted to add before you take off, man. When are you guys gonna bring Castillo Jr. back to the West Coast?
Castillo Jr.
Jose Luis Castillo Jr., your homie.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I follow him. I'm not really too close with him like that, but hey, whatever he has, and whatever fights that he has in the future, shout out to his pops and his legacy. So, he's in the same shoes I have, and me and my brother. So, I wish him nothing but the best, and que le eche ganas, campeón. So
yeah, we want to get him out here. He's too far away.
He's far, huh?
Yeah.
Far. All right, we got Just Do. Give us a name. Says I follow you and your bros. Very talented family. Y'all have my support. 1,000,000%. And I'm KB, by the way. Great work, fellas.
KB,
All right.
All right, for sure. And everybody, make sure to give Fernando Vargas Jr. a follow on Instagram. It's at Fernando Vargas _Jr. That's JR. And again, Fernando, thank you so much for your time today. We're gonna be rooting for you on Friday. Get that knockout, champ.
Thank you, bro. Let's go.
And everybody, don't forget to tune in, man. If you guys can't make it, tune in. It's
There
a must watch.
There it is, my guy.
There it is.
Even though your phone died, it's okay. The promotion.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Awesome. All right, take it, Fernando. Appreciate you, man.
Champ.
All right, later.